All right, and welcome to episode number 22. Last month we made the most money I think we have ever made in company history. And that was with a decrease in ticket sales from running one less show and less merchandise. Now, if I look at this month, it appears that we're only gonna get four more weekly events and then the Against All Odds, which may need to be moved from that day. There's actually not a day that we can do it where we'll actually have everybody. Uh, well, that sucks, but we'll try to make the most of it. I mean, like, we won't be able to use Barry Windham, is what I saw. Meanwhile, next month, November, we'll have six. So we'll see how that goes. No Surrender will be missing a couple people, but that's all right. They're all in Canada anyway. So we are. How is my ticket? Oh, merchandise. That's right. I've been growing the merchandise. It's sitting at about how much are we paying a week? Where? Oh, 120 bucks. I can't read apparently. So that's been steadily going up. We're only at about 17%, meaning there's about another 83 weeks. Shout out Eric Bischoff right there. It's about 83 weeks before we get to the next level, which is level 5, giving us uh, $3 per fan, which is just a very marginal increase, but it doubles our popularity point money per gain, which with TV actually helps quite a lot. That being said, I kind of wanted to try something because I don't know how much we have to pay, primarily because of whether or not it's live or not. Now, I don't know if we go here. There's not a lot we can pick here, but if I were to make like a TV show and try to do something with that, let's try. We're gonna see if this works. I highly doubt it will, but we'll just have to try it and find out. Add a new TV show, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna tape 4 shows at a time. It'll be an A show. It'll go on for an hour. We're gonna call it TNA Explosion. Oh, keyboard. Come on. TNA Explosion. I'm not even gonna put anything on it. It's gonna be held on Wednesday. It'll be shown on Thursday, and we're gonna tape 4 shows at a time. And we're gonna see how this goes. Oh, that's the wrong one. I need to go to broadcasting. I need to negotiate. You can't see that. Huzzah. Huzzah. There we go. We are going to create a new deal for Explosion. They don't want a deal that long. We'll go 9 months. Never mind. We'll go 6 months. On demand. And we'll see how that works. So we have Explosion coming up on that day. This could be a very bad idea. And what we'll do at the same time, we can make a bit of money. I'm debating because I have a horrible, horrible idea in my head. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to skip this weekly event. We're gonna change this so we don't have to worry about it. We are going to move this to the next scheduled show. We're moving that, so Against All Odds will happen sooner. There we go. That's the next big event in 22 days, and we're going to skip ahead to the next show, and it's going to be 4 shows in one. So this is going to be a little bit more than we've done before, and we're going to see if that causes a lot of problems We got $4,000. Hopefully that doesn't evaporate by the time this is over. Hey, Brian Clark. All right, and here we are for the first TNA Explosion. The first match on the TV show is Tyson Tomko taking on TJ Perkins, TJ, what the TJ Perkins and hits him with a tombstone pile driver and wins. Both got pretty good uh gimmick ratings. And I know here it says having nobody to do play-by-play on commentary made the match come off badly. Well, you see, I made a mistake. I was so used to just being in the mindset of like, oh, I don't need a commentator or Alpha or any of those guys. I remember to keep Alpha because of how much we're doing here, so that's going to be a fair amount of money. But I sent Ron Simmons home, so we don't have Ron Simmons. So it's like, okay, we don't have Ron Simmons. Okay, well, who is on the commentary team? Oh, well, that's CM Punk. You know, he's out there by himself. Ooh, Russ Haas had a phenomenal promo here. He's hyping up the main event, talking about how they should have been the tag team champions. They should have had the shot. Instead, what ends up happening is the Naturals get a shot because AMW's beating the other teams that mattered. So it's like, well, you still got to defend the title. The Naturals won their previous match, so they throw them out there and they fluke win the title. And the Hosses are like, well, we're going to get ours tonight, and then we're going to go fight for the title. After that, Jimmy Rave beats Gix with a running knee. A 33 color commentary gave the match a boost. Hell yeah, Phil. You're doing it. James Storm and Chris Harris have their match, or have their promo before the match. Chris Harris is trying to get James Storm ready to go. James Storm's a little lethargic, and it doesn't get much better here. Throughout the match, this is actually a really good match. AMW gets defeated by the Haas brothers. Chris Harris tries to, protect James Storm throughout this and ends up getting caught in the House of Pain and has to tap out, and the Haas brothers win. A lot of bonuses here. This show increased popularity in 56 states and regions. Oh, cool. We're going right into the next one. So this is going to be for week 2, which is going to be the 12th of October. Then the next one's going to be the 19th of October. And that'll be the go-home show to the pay-per-view. And then the pay-per-view, and then the one after that's going to be the one after the pay-per-view. So I got to remember that. And we're actually going to try and, make a cohesive story here. And we're going to see how that works. Let's see. This is going to be a little different. Commentary for Explosion. You should not be in here. All right, we're gonna put Phil, and I need a play-by-play guy. Just get Mickey J out there. Oh God, who am I gonna have do play-by-play? I could have him out there. TJ Lethal, what's with the caution tape? You're not Orlando Jordan. Doug? No. All Phil, all the time. Oh, dear God. I find this ridiculous how none of these wrestlers who spend their life on the microphone have the ability to talk. Except Ron Simmons. Damn. That's it. That's all he knows. Where's Mark Johnson? Yeah, we're gonna have Slick Mark Johnson. Did that save? I don't know. I'm just hoping it did. They just need to talk. That's it. This is a terrible idea, but we're doing it anyway. Here we are with the second tape show, to air on the 12th of October. We start with a Sonny Siaki promo. This is the first time he'll have ever showed up. It's his debut, and we're giving him some mic time. And he had a great promo. He worked the crowd well. He debuted his gimmick. It got over. He then went out. had a match with Lance Cade that had fantastic heat and good wrestling. Oh boy, he's super rusty though, and unfortunately for us, Slick Johnson is not doing that well on the mic. Lance Cade came out, got a great rating on his cowboy gimmick, and gets beat by Siaki. Not bad. Monty Brown comes out. Oh god, Monty Brown did a bad promo. That's not great. He comes out, talks about the triple threat match. Uh, Next week to the go home show of the pay per view of not Bound for Glory Against All Odds. Winner going on to face AJ Styles at that event, and he wants in the match. However, he will not be in it, unfortunately for him. Right now, it's going to be Nigel McGuinness in one corner, John Cena in the other, in the middle, and the main event of tonight's match going to determine who is that third person. He comes out and he faces Dick Rick and just kicks the shit out of him. Wins very fast. Dick Rick got over on his gimmick. CM Punk did great on commentary. Slick Johnson did not do well in play-by-play. We then go off to a Michael Shane Chris Hero promo. Michael Shane comes out. This is the match to determine who's going to be in the number one contendership. Chris Hero runs down Michael Shane, saying it's like they should have just given him the shot, let him get rest up for tomorrow. He's already beaten Shane twice, and this is not going to be anything new. Shane comes out and it instantly starts fighting, and they go into a match, a 39. Michael Shane defeats Chris Hero with a diving elbow drop and wins the match and gains the right to be the third man in the triple threat. So next week it's going to be the main event of Nigel McGuinness versus Michael Shane versus John Cena, and the winner will go take on Styles at Against All Odds. After the match, Monty Brown comes out and pounces both Chris Hero and Michael Shane. There's a little bit more of a back and forth, but it ends with Monty Brown standing tall and the other two knocked out. And that's how we go to a close on that show. 56 popularity gain. And we move on. I didn't even see that. I think it was Mike Sullivan and Roderick Strong. I was clicking too fast. How is Punk doing on commentary? Hi, Ron. Nope. There he is. I want to see a 1 by this when we're done. This has very low experience together. That is a combination of people on commentary that should never be. Never at all. All right, and welcome to episode 3, which is going to episode 3 of TNA Explosion, which is set to take place on October 19th. We begin the night with a Nigel McGuinness promo talking about and hyping up the main event of this match, and about how the winner goes on to take AJ Styles at Against All Odds for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. After that, we have a match between Heath Miller and Drew Gallagher. Dear God, this came off badly. CM Punk was the only good thing about it. We move on to the next one. Michael Shane cuts a promo saying he's never... I shouldn't say he's never. I think he did have a title shot at some point, but he hasn't had one in a long time. He's been very unlucky in these types of matches. And tonight's going to change. He's going to win. He's going to go take on Styles, mano a mano, and try to win the title that's eluded him for the last 2 years. Roderick Strong versus Joe During. God, this is awful. Play-by-play sucked. CM Punk was good. Roderick Strong was rusty, but his gimmick is sweet. We then move on to a John Cena promo. Oh, dear God, here he is. CM Punk actually made the segment a little worse, but John Cena was just so good. He got a 73. He comes out. Uh, Michael Shane and Nigel McGuinness are already in the ring. Their entrances have happened. Out comes John Cena, and he raps smack about him for 5 straight minutes. And it was great. And then he fights them in a big match, and then he wins. Pinning Nigel McGuinness after Michael Shane hits Nigel with a super kick. Cena then clotheslines him out of the ring, pins Nigel McGuinness for the 1, 2, 3, and wins the match. A 43 show rating. And this one's going to be after the pay-per-view. Nothing else happened, and we're gonna go ahead and book the show. All right, here we go for the final tape show set to take place after the final after the pay-per-view, after Against All Odds. We begin the show with a promo from Sonny Siaki talking about his match tonight against X Division champ Bobby Roode. After the event of the pay-per-view, he is getting a shot again in a non-title match for to face Bobby Roode and to right some previous wrongs. After that, and he's going to take the most of it. After that, we have Kevin Payne versus Mike Sullivan. Mike Sullivan defeats Kevin Payne in a pretty good match, all things considered. Following that up, we have Casey McKnight versus Scorpio Sky, which Casey McKnight wins. Following that, we have Billy Fives making his debut with a poor gimmick and taking on Chad Collier. And Chad Collier defeats Billy Fives with a Texas Cloverleaf, which leads into a promo by Bobby Roode talking about how Sonny Siaki in his second ever match came into the company and thought he was going to dethrone Roode. And he paid the price for that, and now he's going to try and do it again, and he's going to put him in his place. Uh-oh, seems like Siaki put Bobby Roode in his place, because Bobby Roode loses to Sonny Siaki in 10.5 minutes. And that was a 31. That was not the best way to end the show. Oh, God, we blew all of our money. Ah, okay. That was a lot. Popularity. That's a lot of popularity. Didn't gain any in Japan. Didn't gain any in Mexico. Went up to 20 in the southeast. All right. Well, huh. That is no good. Although that is before all this happens because we're still on track. We still got another about $3,000 to make, which, isn't good. Probably won't do that again. What we're going to do is we're going to terminate this fucking show. Is what we're gonna do. Oh, well, we'll just move the show because I'm putting it down now is that it probably did not work the way that I had hoped. Oh, we can't move the show. All right, can we go to YouTube and be like, yo, we're turning that off. Cancel deal for Explosion. All right, they want me to complete it, and it'll cost me $1.4 million to get rid of that. All right, hadn't prepared for that. So we're gonna go ahead and skip to the day of the pay-per-view and see if anything odd happens up till that point. All right, here we are on the day of the show. Okay, we start off with we have 4,000 people watch the first show. We had is that more? Hey, we had slightly more people watch the second show. We had slightly more people watch the third show, so we're going up. In between that, OVW raised their stuff up to generic. Ring of Honor have declared bankruptcy. Chikara has declared bankruptcy. Mickey J got some offers from other places. Air Paris got hurt. Mickey J gets hired. Jazz got offered a contract by JAPW. Jimmy Rave leaves NWA Outside, as does Air Paris. Mickey J got hired by NWA Florida. And that puts us to the day of the show. When we go ahead and look, we're sitting at about $1,800. We are hemorrhaging money. And this is going to be on pay-per-view. This is going to be up. So this is going to be even worse. But we're going to see how it goes. And it's going to be awful, but we're doing it. As I said before, we're actually going to go through this one like normal. Since this one is going to be up, we're paying Ron Simmons. Bring them down. We got 174 people here for this event. Finalize. We're using this. This expires on Monday, April 20, 2006. Wonder why that one was going on for so long. We could spend that later. Sonny Siaki and Daisy Hayes got into a thing. Rude and Anderson are travel buddies. Rudy Charles won a video game tournament. That's some Rudy Charles lore I didn't know about. Frankie Kazarian came to me with a finish, probably for him to win, but he's not getting booked. We're gonna inspire. None of you are getting paid because we're about to go into severe debt. So as I said before in the build-up, main event AJ Styles and John Cena. This one's gonna go on for a minute. We'll put that on the line, and we're gonna go epic. And you're not gonna find out who wins till we get in through the show. Tag team. It will be the Naturals. Oh no, not Chris. Jay Stevens and Andy Douglas taking on Russ and Charlie Haas for the tag team titles. This one will be a steal the show. Who you won't see who wins. That'll go on about 17 minutes. We will have Sonny Siaki taking on Bobby Roode for the X Division Championship. Wrong title. There we go. This one will go on for 8 minutes because, did allude to this earlier, Siaki will win, but, which one is it? Cheap one? This is cheap. Because it'll be an intentional DQ finish. And this one will be... Ooh, calm the crowd. Lift the crowd. Just mayhem. Just short, sweet little thing here. Which one is it? Well, brawl. Yeah, we'll go with that. For the title. Women's match. We need... Where is she? Right there. Naomi. And Naomi will take on... presumably somebody who I can actually book. Where is the thing? I'm blind. Is there not a thing for like women? Oh, it's out here. What am I doing? Women. All right. There we go. We'll have her take on Mika Nishio. That will be for the title. I have to go grab it real quick. Borrow the title. Yeah, AJ still has this, by the way. He's defended it twice. Nope, wrong one. No, nope, wrong one. I keep clicking the wrong one. Can I click on the right one? Thank you. Put that on. Let's have you guys do storytelling, and we're just gonna have her retain. 68 minutes. We are at the minimum threshold, so what we're gonna have is we're gonna have John Cena come out rapping. Cena rap. Throw you up there. Styles will arrive at the arena. We'll have a Sonny Siaki promo. Get interrupted by Bobby Roode. Not Billy Fives, Bobby Roode. And then we're going to have the Haas brothers cut a promo. And then that is all I'm going to show you. So I'll come back to you when the show is set to air. And we'll see just how much money I'm hemorrhaging from this month. All right, here we go. We begin against all odds in front of 177 people. AJ Styles arrives at the venue decked out in his finest clothes with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship over his left shoulder as he walks on into the building. says a little bit. He hypes up the match as this is kind of the semi in between, like the beginning, the preview, the pre-show, into the match, into the night, and says that tonight he's going to beat John Cena once again. We then move on to the NWA World Women's Championship match. Kaio Naomi defeated Mika Nishio in just over 10 minutes, retaining her title for the first time. Following that up, we have a segment, a promo being cut by Sonny Siaki that gets interrupted by Bobby Roode. Siaki was talking about how he's finally ready to make the most of the opportunity that he's now being given. He's going to win the championship tonight, and he's going to prove that he shouldn't have been on the sidelines for as long, and that everybody who doubted him was wrong. And in comes Roode, and Roode tells him to shut up because he's nobody. He won't be anybody, and he won't beat him tonight. That heads up into their match. And what ends up going on here is Sonny Siaki gets in. What's the best way to put this? He gets in the driver's seat. He's controlling the match, and it looks like he's on pace to win. Roode must realize this, or Roode has come to a conclusion that he can't win. So instead, he punts Siaki right in the dick, grabs a chair, and starts beating down on Siaki. Of course, we know that after this, on that next show, on that next Wednesday, Siaki does beat Roode. So, Charlie Haas and Russ Haas take a moment before their tag team championship match to simmer down, to get ready, and talk about their journey here. That culminates with them winning the TNA Tag Team Championships. Russ Haas made Chase Stevens tap out, and for the first time, I believe the first time, I'm gonna go look that up. Hold up. For the first time, your tag team champions. Following that, we have, oh my god, a 78 John Cena promo. Jesus Christ. That's amazing. So Cena comes out, Styles champion comes out last. Cena wraps his way down to the ring, runs down Styles. It's phenomenal. Look at that number. It's very green. Styles comes out, they have a match. And ironically, this is one of their more weaker matches because what ends up happening, it says it's exceptional. 58 wrestling, 42 crowd rating, 47 segment rating. What ends up happening here is it's a draw. Cena gets Styles into a submission hold, probably an STF or some form of armbar or stretch, something like that. And while he's wrenching on him, Styles is able to maneuver it so Cena's shoulders are down while Cena still has this hold in. At the same time, the ref goes 1, 2, 3. Styles taps out. So it's bang bang, happens at the same time. And because it happens at the same time, you have a moment here where nobody knows exactly what's happened. Cena thinks he's won because Styles tapped out. Styles is saying he won because Cena's shoulders are on the ground. And there's a bit of confusion. And what ends up happening is Alpha, the on-screen commissioner of the company, comes down and he says, as a draw, both men lost this match. Styles tapped out, Cena got pinned, and therefore, I'm going to vacate the title. So, against all odds, comes to an end of 50. Comes to an end. The TNA Championship is vacated. And we're gonna see how much fucking money we lose. Oh, we're not making money. We're gonna be in debt. We're gonna have to like scratch and claw our way out next month to try and get out of that. Okay, that could have been worse. I can live with that. Hey, some more in Mexico. That's not bad, but nowhere else. What is with the background of your portrait? Yeah, Jazz gets hired. We had 4,432 people, which is more people than we had. Hey, we gained 4 people from the previous show to this show, which is not a lot. We're going to go ahead. We're going to skip to the end of the month. So, that thought experiment did not work as I had hoped. We still, I mean, it worked to the point where we only paid like the dues for having the show, like the television stuff once, which is by design. And it ended up costing probably about $6,000 for 4 shows. And then that one right there is probably about four. Because we came in with 18. We're down minus six. So it's about 24. So all in all, it's about $7,000. Probably somewhere around there. So if we get to a point where we're making $7,000 a month, we can pull that off. And that could work. But right now, we're barely able to do one, which is that big event show at the end of the month, or sometime during the end of the month. It's gonna be interesting. Oh my God, we didn't get. It was all worth it. We didn't get last. I will be gladly take that. Okay, NWA, Wildside hired both Bobby Roode and Sonny Siaki. I'm fine with that. Our tapings went down. Ron Killings signed with ECCW. PWI is getting a thing because they're going bankrupt. Oh my God, thank God. We have $800. So doing that cost us $3,324. Uh, it wasn't that bad. That's what I'm telling myself. I mean, I can see physically. Oh my God, sponsors went up a ton of money. Oh my God. Oh, it's gonna go up. We're supposed to be getting $5,600 now. What happened? How did that go up that much? What? I did. Oh, because of all of our popularity. That's why it went up because our popularity jumped up. If you go, it went up one in just about everything. If you go to size, we went up one in all of these. So one, two, three, four. This was at 18, I think. So, so 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. So we got 47 more popularity points, which also should mean, if I did my math right, which I don't know if I did, 680, which is way less. Unless that's only five, that would be 22. So maybe 22 points is more likely, and I just can't count. That might very well be the case. I digress. I'm just stunned. I was not prepared to see that much. Also, Joe Doring is getting a contract extension offer. I don't care. I don't use him enough to care. So what we're going to do is we're going to dance around this because this is a walking minefield. So what we're going to have to do, or what I'm going to have to do, is just keep moving it, and we just never have another show. Which means we're just going to continue having our weekly events instead. Uh, yeah, this is going to be fun. I wish I'd thought about it a little more, but we'll see. Oh, I guess it also answered another question, which was how much money do we pay live versus taped? And the answer is there's no difference, or at least not with YouTube anyway. We are sitting at 20. I don't know. At least big. 50 popularity in 0 regions, and we have to be big. And that one's in. Is there just like a small? Okay, so Fox Sports Net, which I think is where TNA actually got some TV, We have to be medium sized. 30 popularity in 9 regions? You're out of your mind. Okay. I mean, 30 isn't exactly unlikely. Small is 35, which I have that as a cap right now. Medium is 59. Okay. Hmm. Well, once we get to small, we're gonna have to give out a written contract. Although I don't think I want to be doing that, unless it's for AJ. Look at him. How much money would that be on an exclusive written deal per month? $4,600 versus per show of 80. Okay. I think I know which one I'd rather be doing. But I digress. That's going to be the end of the episode. Uh, we're going to have to spend some time building up our money again. So I'll see you again next time.